Hi guys, I wanted to do a quick video today on the Crown King Shavette. Leonard Ybarra, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly or not, did a great video review with a shave, which I had hoped to do. I haven't had a chance. I've been really busy with work, but I did want to post something with this razor. Here it is, and again, he had shown it. I don't know what these are called, the scales. I just ordered one from Douglas, and if you do, you can put it right in the comments below. But this is the thing when it's completely apart, and you can see where the blade goes in. Leonard talked in his video about you can use a whole DE blade, or you can use one that's pre-broken, or you can break one in half. I have some sharks that are pre-broken. Um, I also have some derbies. You can buy those in boxes of 100 in the beauty supply. Actually, you don't have to get them on Amazon, although I did, and they're about $5 or $6. They're really inexpensive. I like the pre-broken ones. I haven't tried a whole DE blade. It's supposed to be more aggressive. My only concern is, and Leonard showed it, is that what happens if you put a whole DE blade, it sticks out of the top here a little bit, and you can cut yourself, I suppose. So, and also it's probably a good idea for me to get used to the razor with a half blade in the less aggressive version, although I find this razor to be extremely aggressive, which is not a bad thing. I'm just getting used to it. Today I shaved with it for about the fourth time, fifth time, and it went a lot better. I really have to pay attention to much shorter strokes and almost no pressure. I've gotten used to using a Shavette, and especially the Dovo, which is lighter. And so, because it's lighter, I apply a little bit of pressure, and I can kind of cheat a little bit with that. And I'm getting used to it, so I kind of whip around. And sometimes I do put too much pressure on the blade and irritate my face a little bit. So today I really concentrated on short strokes and just almost no pressure at all. I mean, there has to be some, but just moving the razor along my face. And that seemed to work a lot better for me. I've been getting 3 shaves out of one of these sharks for right now. And I mean, you could probably toss them after one shave. Like I said, you get 100 in a box. It's about $5 or $6. And but whatever. So I just wanted to show you guys I was going to go ahead and put this blade in today, because the last video I did was with the Parker, and blade insertion in that thing was difficult, the push type. So today these are pre-broken. Just take it right out like that. Obviously be careful about the edge of the razor blade. So you have that side on the top, which is not sharp, and that's where you want to hold it from. And then as far as the razor goes, that's what we have. You can see these 2 tabs here, and that's where the little grooves on the razor blade are going to sit. I'm going to snap this in and then I'll show it to you. I can't do both at the same time. I say snap. I'm going to place it in there. It doesn't really snap per se, but I'm going to place that in there. And you know what? This is always a treat. There it is. Okay. Boy, that's tough. And I'll see if I can show that to you without cutting myself. So, okay. You can see how it just sits right in there. If I let go of this, it's going to fall. So you can see that it just sits right in there. I got my finger over it, I know. There you go. And then I'm going to go ahead and snap it closed again, not facing the camera. There we are. I have it resting on there, and you can't really see that because it'll fall out. But I have it resting on there, and then all you do is you push this piece over. Let's get that on there. See if I can show that to you. And the blade fell out. Son of a gun. Well, anyway, let me get through this here real fast. Put that back on there. And I'm not going to cut myself, but I'm going to lose the blade again. The nice thing with these is when you shave with them, when you take the blade out, it doesn't come flying out because there's some soap residue built up in there. So here we go. I'll snap it right on. Boy, this is tough. And Leonard showed the same thing, and actually what he did is what I need to do, is to put it upside down so gravity is working with you. And you know what? This is tough. Yeah, you guys are thinking, why do I want to bother with this? But you know what? It's new to me, this razor, so there's going to be an adjustment period. I'm going to get out of the camera for a second so I can get a good grip on this. And boy, this is giving me a hard time, but I haven't cut myself, so that's good. Going to get that right on there. There we go. And I'll show you what I did. So I snapped that on, and then the tabs stick through these holes in the other part of the razor, and the blade is in there securely. You can see there's not too much blade exposure. And then of course you put this piece over, and that's going to keep everything from moving around while you shave. So that's on there. Now the reason I say that this is aggressive in my opinion is because this part here, it kind of mimics a hollow ground razor, if you ask me. And what that means is there's not a lot of metal in the way of the blade. It tapers very sharply, and so the blade goes right against your face. Some of the razors, some of the Shavettes especially, there's a lot of material there, and so that makes it hard to get the right angle, and then you wind up applying some pressure, or your angle's too wide, or a combination of both. This thing here, it's really just like the razor is on a stick. The blade is on a stick, and that means that I can get a nice steep angle on my face. And of course, by steep I mean the you know, closer to your skin. I find that that's going to give me the best shave with the least irritation, but I can't always do that because the razor is made in such a way in some cases that you can't. But this thing here, this Crown King, I can get that blade almost, you know, I'm not going to say 90, but really steep against my face, and I really like that. So that's it. I got the blade in there. It's a half DE blade. I get 3 shaves out of it, but you know, if you get 1, that's fine. And before I forget, while I'm talking about this, let's talk about the weight for a second, and Leonard talked about it in his video. This thing to me really mimics a straight razor. It's got a good heft to it. You know, this is fun here, but of course the nice thing about that is you can get your fingers in there along that part there behind the blade, and it makes it easy, and it's got a nice weight to it. So that's why I emphasize the no pressure thing, because there's so much weight. It's easy to put pressure when you're shaving against your skin, so you have to really, at least I have to really focus on almost negative pressure to compensate for the weight of the razor. Let the razor do the work, and you'll get a much better shave. And I really got a much better one today. I'm still getting used to it, but this thing here, I mean, for the price and what it does, it's just fantastic. I can't say enough good things about this razor. I know that sometimes people do that, and you wonder if they're being compensated, but I'm not. I mean, I just bought this thing because it looked really cool and it's different, and I wanted to get something from Douglas. I haven't gotten anything from him, not directly. I've gotten things through the groups, through BST and things like that. So can't say enough about this Crown King. Great shaver. If you're new to the Shavettes, this might not be the best thing to start with because of the weight. You might be better with a lighter one, like a Dovo. And you know what? In the Shavette World group, I might start some sort of a pass around for some of the new shavers that don't want to pick one up. We can try that. I put that up there, and of course there's not that many people in the group and no one really expressed an interest. But if you're interested in trying out maybe the Dovo, I do have an extra Dovo, and I can send that to you if you want to try it out. So, you know, let me know. You can send me a message in the comments. Feel free to join Shavette World, the group on Facebook that I started for Shavettes, because every time people talk about Shavettes, the straight razor people come in and they just shout them down. It's just awful. I just can't stand it. You know what? If you like a Shavette, then you should be able to use it without people telling you, just get a regular straight, and this is why. You know, the nice thing about the Shavette is this: no maintenance. I mean, you just wipe the thing after you're done shaving, change the blade, and you know, that's it. Some people like the maintenance on a straight razor. It's fun, you know. It's relaxing. It's a craft. It's an art, you know, the honing and the stropping and all that stuff. Eventually I'll get it. I just don't have it yet, and I have probably almost a dozen straight razors and probably at least almost as many Shavettes. So anyway, thanks for watching. I know I went long. Shavette World on Facebook. You can find me there as well. You can leave something in the comments. Please feel free to give any feedback that you have. Thanks for watching.